Hi guys! So today I wanted to talk about my plans for cloth diapering and elimination communication. And I'm just going to put the warning out there that this is going to be a long video because I do have a lot of stuff around me to talk about. If you've never heard of elimination communication, basically it's not potty training, but I'm only going to use the word potty training because if you've never heard of elimination communication, that's how you understand what it is. It's basically the idea of potty training your child from a much younger age than what is normal, although you can still practice elimination communication, like the methods that they use specifically on a toddler as well. But my plans are to start elimination communication from the newborn stage. So the resource that I used was this book right here. It's called The Diaper-Free Baby, and it's by Christine Gross-Low. And that's basically because it's really the only book out there. There was a couple of other like shorter books out there that I saw that didn't have as good of reviews, so I didn't even get them or look into them at all. But there's not a whole lot of resources out there because it's not the most common thing in this country, in America, in any more, I don't want to say civilized, that's not right, in any, oh boy, basically like your more Western countries, you know, elimination communication is not common. I will say that it is actually common worldwide because most countries actually do just practice elimination communication because things like diapers are expensive, and you know, they will naturally just potty train their children from birth because that's what they can afford to do. So the reason it's not potty training is because potty training is something that you do after your baby has been trained to go into a diaper. Because I mean, we think that babies are just going to poop in a diaper automatically. Like, yes, they will because they're in a diaper, but I mean, a baby doesn't want to poo their pants any more than you would want to sit in your own poo or pee. I don't have any memories of pooping or peeing my pants as an infant, but I know as an adult that if that were to happen, I would not feel comfortable. I mean, even just being a woman, you know, having your period or your cycle every month, like, it's not comfortable. So, you know, babies don't want to sit in their shit. Like, there's no other way to say it. They learn to become comfortable being in a soiled nappy. And that's why a newborn, when they're first born, has a tendency to pee or poop as you're doing a diaper change, because, and this is like a very common thing, people will say that they're changing the diaper and then suddenly they get peed on or their baby starts pooping right away. And it's because they want to relieve themselves while they are free, because then they know at that point that they're going to get a nice fresh diaper, and they want the fresh diaper. They don't want to be soiled. They don't want to be sitting in, and you know, they don't want to soil themselves in a new fresh diaper, although they do that as well. But yeah, so it's not potty training because your baby is not trained to be in a diaper to begin with. That being said, I am going to be using cloth diapers, obviously. So I'm calling it like part-time elimination communication, although I do plan to be constantly aware of when my child is going. And the biggest thing with elimination communication is that you will change your child's diaper as soon as you realize that they've gone, because you do not want them to sit in a soiled diaper. Whereas I know a lot of people with disposables, it becomes quite common, especially as the baby gets older, to wait for the diaper to be full before they change it, just for ease. It makes your life a bit easier, doesn't it? And you know, diapers are made to be super absorbent, to catch multiple wees. You know, like they can just absorb and absorb and absorb for hours. Whereas in cloth diapering, you don't, not cloth diapering, sorry, in elimination communication, just any kind of, whatever diapering you choose to do, you don't want your child to become used to sitting in a soiled diaper. So the second you notice they've used that they've gone, you would want to change their diaper right away, because you never want them to feel comfortable. And the reasoning for this is once they get comfortable in a diaper, they will start losing the ability to realize the sensation for when they're using the toilet. Babies are actually born with knowing, like being aware of their bodily sensations. Like just like if you have to pee, like you're aware of when you're peeing, you're aware of when you're pooping. Somewhere around 6 months is when a baby in diapers starts to generally lose these sensations. So the reason you have to potty train your 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, sometimes your 4-year-old, is because they don't always know when they're pooping or peeing until it's too late, because they don't know what signals to look out for. They don't know how to control those muscles because they've not been used to controlling those muscles. So, you know, it's not right or fair to get upset with a toddler when they've peed themselves, because, you know, a lot of parents get really frustrated, but the thing is they're not aware of their bodily functions. It's something that has to be relearned and retaught to them. I think some babies will be aware of their sensations for, you know, they don't always lose their awareness, but it is most common for them to lose that awareness. So with elimination communication, it's really important to try to keep them aware of their bodily functioning. Otherwise, you will have a harder time being successful. But you can do it at any stage in the child's life. So, you know, just because you didn't do it from the newborn stage, it doesn't mean you couldn't do it. You know, you can start elimination communication on a 1-year-old or a 2-year-old. It's just a different way of looking at it than potty training. So I plan on doing the elimination communication, which basically means that I will be aware of my baby's cues and my baby's patterns for when it's using the toilet. Babies do tend to go at specific times during the day. They'll say especially like after a feeding, if they've just been pulled out of a car seat, if you've been baby wearing them, the second you pull them out, they tend to go. You know, there's just certain times of day that they might go. So you become used to their patterns, and basically what you'll do is you will offer your baby the chance to use the toilet. So either, well, when I say use the toilet, you can either hold them over the toilet to give them an opportunity to release themselves over the toilet, or you can hold them over a potty, or you could even just take something like a cloth diaper, like this is just a pre-fold, and you can just have it in between their legs while they're naked, and just let them relieve themselves on that, but then it's never actually attached to their skin. So you're catching as many wees and poos as you can, just to get them used to the idea that they don't want to be sat in a dirty diaper, which is, I mean, well, they don't want to. They're already used to that feeling. So the only thing I've bought for catching wees and poos at this point in time is this, and this is just a really simple baby potty. I bought it from IKEA for like, I think it was like £3. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but it was really, really cheap. £3 would be like equivalent to like $4.50, $5 in America. Although I have no idea how IKEA's pricing structure would work from country to country anyway, but basically it was really, really cheap. And this is all I'll need at the newborn stage, because we do have, even though we're in a small apartment, we have 2 bathrooms, so I won't ever be, well, if I'm in the bedroom, I'll be fairly close to the bathroom. Then we have a bathroom right in that like hall there. There's a bathroom right there. So like this potty will just stay in this room because this is the room that I'll be in the most. And this is just because you do want to be able to offer your baby the potty as quickly as possible, because a newborn is not going to be born with the awareness to hold its wee or poop in. That will take a while for it to learn how to do. So because they're not going to know how to hold it, you basically just need to be aware of what are their cues for knowing they're about to pee. You know, how do they act before they're going to do it? How do they act? You know, what kind of faces do they make before they're going to poop? And you really want to be able to like get them to a potty right away. You know, it's not a big deal though if you have what we call a miss, which would be just, you know, you don't catch it in the toilet or the potty. A miss would be basically that it either goes into a diaper, or for people that do it full time and go completely diaperless, it goes on the floor. Or it goes on the couch, or it goes on the bed, which would be the reasoning why I'm doing cloth diapers with it as well, because for me, having it on the floor, like we're in a carpeted place, like I have a very small amount of floor space that is not carpeted. Yeah, so no, my baby's gonna be in diapers, and that's fine with me. Yeah, so that is the basics of elimination communication, and if it's interesting to you, I would suggest getting this book. I'll show it again. The Diaper Free Baby. I purchased this on Amazon. I'm not sure about how easy it would be to find in bookstores. I know it would be like impossible to find in bookstores in this country. I'm not sure about America, if it would be in like a Barnes and Nobles or something. But yeah, it's a pretty good resource for just explaining like the basics of like elimination communication, and it does actually go through different stages of baby's life. So when you're starting to introduce it, either from the newborn stage, if you're starting at like around 6 months, if you're starting at like around a year, and it goes into the toddler years as well, like different techniques that you might use for different stages in baby's life that you would be starting. So moving on from that, I will go into the diapering that I plan to do. And I wanted to start off by saying that with diapering, I'm doing cloth diapering not only, I mean, there's the obvious reasons that people pick it, is like it saves money. Some people think that it doesn't save money because some people will use the argument that you have to do a lot of laundry and that the costs of doing laundry add up. That's not true. Well, obviously doing laundry does give it an extra cost, but they've done plenty of, you know, if you do the math for it, you still end up saving a lot of money doing cloth diapering. And then it's also become quite trendy to cloth diaper because it's cute. I mean, cloth diapers are absolutely adorable. And it's almost like some people buy like really cute, what they call diaper covers, which are basically like really big underwear to put over a baby's diaper. And sometimes they've got like ruffles on the butt or something like that. It's like a cloth diaper is almost like it gives that look of a diaper cover, but it is the diaper. So, you know, cloth diapers are just cute and they become quite trendy because of the cute factor. But for me, the main reason I would be cloth diapering, well, I am cloth diapering, is that it's better for baby. It's better for the environment as well, which is important to me as well. But when you're a mom, you do what you think is best for your baby. My reasoning for it being best for baby is simple. For more obvious reasons, like especially, you know, if you're having a baby, you're a woman. Yes, men can have babies as well in the sense that, you know, you create a child with somebody else. But I'm just saying, like, if you're actually creating the baby, then you will know what I'm talking about when I say, as a woman, you've probably worn pads before in your life. Pads are not very comfortable. You know, I've switched to using menstrual cups and cloth pads before I got pregnant. Obviously, I'm not using them now because I don't have a cycle because I'm pregnant. But yeah, like I switched to menstrual cup and cloth pads because not only were they better for the environment and better for my pocket, but they're more comfortable. Like, pads are not comfortable. And a pad is way smaller, thinner than a diaper. A diaper is covering your entire butt. You know, babies get things like diaper rash for a reason. More importantly, I think a lot of people don't realize that diapers have ingredients in them, and those ingredients are a lot of chemicals, and for some reason it has been decided that diaper companies do not have to disclose what ingredients are being used inside of their diapers. Although independent studies have been done on, you know, major brands, and they have found some really crazy chemicals in the diapers which are not good for babies. I mean, they're not good for adults. Like, you wouldn't want them on your skin at all. And this is why, you know, there have been stories of parents whose babies have gotten burns, like 2nd and 3rd degree burns, from the chemicals leaking out of the diapers onto baby's skin, especially if baby has extra sensitive skin, as well as, you know, sometimes people have reported having gel. Basically if baby's left in a wet diaper too long, the gel will come out and form little balls on baby's skin. Yeah, so if you are planning on using disposable diapers, you know, I don't think there's any shame in it, but I would say do research, because the premium brands out there, like, it's not even about cheap versus expensive. Like, brands that people would consider to be good, like Huggies or Pampers, have been known to use really shady ingredients in their diapers, although they will not actually disclose exactly what those ingredients are. This is just from like independent studies that have been done on the diapers. But I would recommend really researching the brand that you are looking to use for your baby. And the thing is I do have a pack of disposable diapers that I've purchased. And this is the Natty by Nature Baby Care. And these are a brand of organic diapers that you can like just buy in stores in the UK. So they're fairly easy to get. But, you know, and it says on the packaging like natural and renewable material, GM-free corn-based film, blah, blah, blah. But I will say that even something like this, I personally wouldn't feel comfortable using on my baby all the time, because even though it's an organic diaper and it's meant to use like natural ingredients, at the end of the day, they don't have to disclose all of their ingredients. They don't have to disclose what it is about the diaper that makes it absorb the baby's wee and poo. So, you know, they can say all they want about it being a really great diaper, but you never actually really know what's in the diaper, because they don't have to tell you what's in the diaper. So for that reason, you know, I wouldn't want to ever rely on these. The reason I have these is for my emergency hospital bag. So in the event that my home birth doesn't work out and I end up having to go to hospital for a C-section, I just don't see myself using cloth diapers in the hospital. I know it can be done, and it's totally just me being lazy, but, you know, that's my choice. So I'm saying, like, I don't feel comfortable using not cloth diapers, disposable diapers, but at the same time, like, I don't think there's actual shame in using them. It's just everyone has to make what choice they feel is best for their baby. But definitely research whatever brand you're going to go with. Make sure that you feel comfortable with it. Don't just buy a brand because it's cheaper. Don't just buy a brand because it's on sale. Don't just buy a brand because you like the label. You know, Try to find out what's in it to the best of your ability, because like I said, they don't have to disclose, so there's never any way to know for sure what's in it. But you know, just do your due diligence, like do your research. It's important to know. You know, this is especially why like babies get a lot of diaper rashes and stuff. It's not just, you know, from being in a nappy with like pee. Like there's lots of chemicals in there that are not good for baby skin. So this is just for my hospital bag. I'm not sure what I will do if I have the baby. Well, my plan is to obviously have the baby at home. With everything going well and having a home birth that's successful, which is the ultimate goal, of course, I kind of go back and forth in my head. I might start with the cloth diapers right away, and part of me is like, it'd be easy to just use the disposables, because I mean this pack would only be enough to last for like 2 or 3 days tops, which would be just enough time to like catch the meconium poop. So I kind of go back and forth with whether or not I'll use them. I think that's just one of those decisions I'll make when I have the baby. If I don't use them, then I'll just donate them. It cost me like, I think the bag was like 4 pounds or something, like no big deal. It was just bought for like, you know, emergency situation kind of a thing. Because I'm just not going to be cloth diapering if I'm like stuck in a hospital bed recovering from major surgery. Like, I just got to be realistic with myself. So for the cloth diapering that I am doing, basically what I plan to do is I kind of have these bins, and I have a few of these bins. So my plans right now, and of course plans can always change, but in my mind, what I will do that I think will work out well is to have a bin like this in this room, and then a bin like this in our bedroom right next to where baby's going to be sleeping, which is going to be, we have a co-sleeper crib, so it's like baby will be sleeping with us, but not in the bed directly with us. I think co-sleeping is absolutely fabulous. I think there is nothing wrong with sleeping in the bed with your baby, with the exception of if you're someone who drinks heavily, because, you know, those are the kind of situations where it can be unsafe to be in a bed with baby. Just be aware of what are the risk factors for sleeping in bed with baby, because there are certain instances that you should not be sleeping with your baby. Or if you know your partner is a really heavy sleeper or something like that. There are situations where I think it wouldn't be good to sleep with your baby. But in general, I think co-sleeping is great. I think it's the ideal situation for baby. The reason we have a co-sleeper crib is because our mattress is fairly small. We have a double bed, so I don't know, between me and my husband, like personally, I just don't feel comfortable sleeping with the baby on that size bed. And you know, maybe once we actually have the baby there, like I will be okay with it, but for now, like I like having the co-sleeper crib so baby has its own place to sleep, but it's not actually separated from me, because a co-sleeper crib basically attaches to the side of the bed so that it's a seamless, you know, it's the same height as your mattress, and it's just sat right next to you. Like there is no gap, there is no wall. Baby's next to you. It's just got an extra space just for it. But that's separate. So I plan on keeping one of these. I shouldn't have even gone into that, should I? I plan on keeping one of these in the bedroom for nighttime changes. And I don't have an actual changing table for baby, because for me that was just something that I don't think I would use if I bought it. It's just an extra expense that I don't find necessary. Just that's personal. You know, I just feel like I'll change baby wherever I happen to be. So I'd rather just have little tiny changing stations in the house, just the two, because like I said, it's small. There's not really a lot of places that I would need to create changing stations. Just the bedroom and this room will be more than enough. Yeah, I plan to just have these bins, and what I've purchased to go inside of them is I have 1, 2, 3, I have 5 diapers that are all-in-ones, and this is what they look like. These are by Tot Spots, and these are, well, sorry, I have 5 all-in-ones that are for a newborn specifically. So these are newborn sized. I have loads of diapers, you know, in baby's closet in a drawer for when baby gets older. But so this is just my newborn stash that I'm talking about right now. Sorry. So, an all-in-one is basically just, you know, it's a preformed diaper. The outer shell is waterproof. And then it's got, you know, like this has like, this is an absorbent part. It's got like the attached soaker thingy that you stuff inside of it. And then there's an extra soaker that you can put in like as a booster for a heavy wetter or something like that. I probably won't be using these because I don't want the diaper to be super crazy absorbent. I want the baby to cry as soon as it wets the diaper and ask me for a change. So that's that. I have 5 of those, and then I have 3 diaper covers. So a diaper cover would just be, basically it's just like a PU plastic waterproof layer, and these you would put on top of the pre-folds, muslins, terry cloths, like whatever you're using as the cloth nappy. So this is a pre-fold. I have loads of these, and the pre-folds can just be, you know, you fold them out into a diaper shape, and you would put the diaper on the baby, and then you can pin it into place. Basically, I bought these little things, they're called nappy nippas, and that will hold the diaper closed, and then you just put the diaper cover on top of it. So with the diaper covers, I only have 3 of these, but you can reuse them before you wash them. Like you can use them a few times before they even get wet, because you would only need to wash these, you know, if the baby actually soils so much that it goes through the diaper and makes this like nasty. Or, you know, like if baby has like a poop explosion that kind of goes into the diaper, obviously you would want to wash it. But these can be used, you know, throughout the day. You might only need to use 2 of them or something. So these 3 diaper covers, along with 5 of these all-in-ones, I think, along with the elimination communication, should be enough to get me through the newborn stage. And like I said, I have lots of these pre-folds that will go inside the diaper covers. I think I have probably like around 20 or so. And these, you know, I have no problem having lots of these, because even if I end up really hating this method of cloth diapering, these make really great burp cloths because they're super absorbent. So they're really, like some people who aren't cloth diapering will buy these to use as burp cloths. So they make really great burp cloths. They just make really great absorbent cloths in general. And these I would also use, I think I mentioned it earlier, if baby was just like, you know, if I'm giving baby a feeding, I would probably just keep baby's bottom half naked and just put one of these in between baby's legs. So if baby weed while it was feeding, it wouldn't actually be in a diaper. It would just wet this. So that would just, you know, just makes life a bit easier to have a lot of these. And you know, if I need more of any specific type of diaper, like Amazon does next day delivery. Like it's not hard to get your hand on more of something quickly. So I'm not worried about having like a crazy amount of something before baby comes. Like I think what I have is enough. If I need more, I can get more easily enough. So to go with that, I have also these, this is just a roll. This is hard to see what it's like, but this is just something that you can put in the diaper on top of, this would be like the topmost layer, and this would just be something that you can throw away. And basically what this does is it catches the poop. So if you have a poopy diaper, you don't have to like do as much to clean the diaper, because you can just take this layer off and like plop the poop into the toilet, throw this away. Although these are meant to be flushable as well. I don't know if I'd really want to flush them, but I wouldn't actually buy these. The only reason I have them is because they came with one of the sets of diapers that I purchased. Because I bought like a set in like the bigger size, and it came with it. So, you know, I might use these in the beginning to catch like the meconium poops. Or, you know, if we're out and about, like it might be nicer to use these while you're out. So if baby has a poop, you're not storing like a super poopy diaper in your wet bag. But, you know, if I ever actually use all of these up, I don't plan on buying more. Like, I don't think it's that hard to just wash the diaper. And I do have a diaper sprayer on one of the toilets as well, which if I remember, I'll add in like a quick clip to show that. So to go along with the cloth diapering, the accessories that I've got are, I mentioned wet bags. So I've got lots of wet bags, and you know, I have 4. That's not a ton. Basically, with the wet bags, I wanted to have enough to, on one hand, sometimes they're going to be in the laundry. So if it's in the laundry, you need to have a backup. And then on the other hand, I want to have, you know, one to keep in my diaper bag and one to keep. Most likely what I plan on doing is I have a big bag. So this is like the giant wet bag. This would be to store my actual dirty diapers in before they go into the laundry. But for nighttime changes, I don't want to keep this in the bedroom while we're sleeping. Not that I think that they're going to get super stinky, because as long as you're doing laundry, you know, every couple days, like it shouldn't get that bad. But, you know, I don't want to keep like a big thing of like dirty diapers right next to my bed while I'm sleeping. So my plans at the moment, plans can always change, is for nighttime changes, I'll just use a wet bag to put the dirty diaper in, and that'll just stay in the bin that I have in the bedroom with the nighttime diapers. So that's why I have 4. So I always have 2, one for my diaper bag and one for my bedroom on hand that will be clean if I've got the other 2 in the laundry. So I have 4. If I need more, I can get more. No problem. Not a big deal. But 4 was a good number for me to start with. And you know, you have to think about these things and how they would work into your own life. Like, I only bought 1 potty, but if you have a really big house with a lot of rooms, you might want to buy a potty for every single room. Just think about where you're going to be with baby the most, and you probably want a potty for each of those rooms that you're going to be in the most, unless you have a bathroom very easily accessible, quickly accessible to that room as well. So that's that. I also have, I forgot to bring it out, but I have one of those really basic changing pads. You know, those, like, it's like a big plasticky padded thing that you like put baby on so it's comfortable when it gets a diaper change. I got one of those because they're really cheap. Yeah, so I have one of those, just one, because I don't think baby really needs to be on a super padded surface for a diaper change. But I'll probably keep that in this room because, like I said, this is where I'll be with baby most of the time. And then I also have 2 of these that I bought. And these I bought from IKEA as well. And I bought 2 of them. And quite honestly, part of me is thinking like, oh, I should have bought more, because this is great. This is a changing blanket, pad, whatever. It's not a pad because it's not padded, and that's exactly why I love it. It's just a really big size. Like, this is a really good size for a changing blanket, for a changing pad. So basically it's cloth on one side, it's PU on the other. It's washable, but it's waterproof. And this is great because it's like, even though it's really big, it folds up really small and compact. And I think this was about 6 pounds. I don't really remember exactly. It was like 5 or 6 pounds, so about $10 at IKEA. But like I said, like, I don't know how IKEA's pricing structure works. Like, because when something costs like a certain price in the UK, it doesn't mean that's how much it is in the US. Like, you know, sometimes, and sorry, I'm not mentioning other countries only because, like, things could be any price anywhere, but, like, I keep bringing up comparing it to the US because I know, like, most people watching are probably in the US. That's just because I speak English, so most people watching are probably in an English-speaking country. I realize people speak English in lots of countries, so I don't mean to be, like, degrading when I say that by any means. I just know that most people that are on YouTube are watching from the US. That being said, it's extremely popular everywhere. But yeah, so I'm not sure. Something that's 6 pounds in the UK could be $6 in the US, or it could be a straight exchange and it could be the $10. But yeah, if you look at the prices of, like, these, like, changing blanket things, they can be really expensive. So, like, 6 pounds is a really good price. Might have been 5 pounds. I don't remember the exact price. But yeah, this was a really good price. I bought 2 of these. So, one to go in the changing bin that will be in the bedroom, and one to go in this room. And what I like about this is it's nice and big. So if I've just got baby, like, hanging out on the floor, I can just throw this down really quickly and baby can just kind of, like, play around on the floor, and it's a good sized area space. And if baby is, you know, I can just keep baby not in a diaper, and if baby ends up peeing, like, no big deal. This can just get bundled up, thrown in the washing machine. Great, perfect, love it. And I also love that it's so small and compact that if you wanted to travel with it, it doesn't take up a lot of space. A lot of these, like, even like the ones that are made for your diaper bag, a lot of them are, like, padded, which is, like, I don't think babies would get that uncomfortable on a hard surface personally. But the thing with the padded ones is because they're meant to be carried around, they're also really tiny. Like, maybe suitable for a newborn, but then not suitable for a 1-year-old. Like, a 1-year-old would be like, you know, when you look at reviews for these changing pads, a lot of people say that their babies are bigger than the changing pads. So the ones that are padded tend to be smaller because in order for them to be, like, diaper bag size friendly, they need to keep the size down somewhat, somehow. So that being said, I do have a padded changing pad one. I have it here actually, just because it came with my diaper bag. And actually, as a comparison, this is the size of the changing pad. So yeah, you can get a newborn on here. And it's not super thick, but it is padded a little bit. But yeah, you know, it's functional, but, you know, like this, it takes up the same amount of space, pretty much. But this, like, I had to stand up to show the size of this, and it still, I think, took up more than the screen. Whereas this, I could just sit here and show you on the screen. I mean, this is probably at least 3 times the size of this. So I love this. IKEA can be really great sometimes. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not a huge IKEA fan, but at the same time, it can be really great sometimes for, like, these random things. Like, hello, I love this. I feel like I might end up getting more of these just because with the diaper, you know, trying to do elimination communication with the cloth diapering, like, these are really nice just to have on hand for if you want to, like, give baby some diaper free time. So that's that. And then I also, I bought a box of, like, some cloth. This is cloth nappy sanitizer and stain remover by this brand called Bio-D. We use a lot of our cleaning products in the house that we have are Bio-D, so I know I just like the brand. The thing with cloth diapers is you do not want to use your regular laundry detergent on your cloth diapers, because cloth diapers will absorb, like depending on what's in the detergent, especially detergents with like fabric softener, you do not want to use fabric softener on a cloth diaper, because basically any buildup that goes onto the cloth diaper will affect its absorbency. So do not use normal detergent on it. That being said, me and my husband don't actually use detergent on our clothing at all. We haven't for, oh gosh, quite a few years now. I'd say like 3 years, well, pretty much the entire time we've been together. We don't use detergent on our laundry. We just use, they're like pellets that go inside of like a plastic ball thingy that goes into the washing machine, and it's meant to sanitize your clothes, but there's no actual detergent. So I didn't buy this because I'm worried about the detergent that we use. Like, I can wash the cloth nappies with those reusable the washer balls, but this is just because it's like a cloth nappy sanitizer and stain remover. Now, you can get rid of stains on cloth nappies by putting them out into the sunlight. Two reasons that I can't really do that is that, one, we don't have a yard. So this is like an apartment that we're in, so we don't have a yard. So I can't, I can't hang my laundry outside. So I can't really expose them to the sun to naturally bleach out the poop stains. Are poop stains an actual big deal? Like, no, they shouldn't be, but I do like things to be clean. Well, I mean, I think even if it has the stain, it's clean, but I just like things to look clean. That's just like a personal thing. And then the other reasoning, I feel like even if I did have a yard to like hang it out in, I would still probably buy this because I live in England. The sun is not always out. It can be cloudy and rainy quite often, and baby is due in October, so it's not going to be the time of year that it's going to be super sunny every day. So even if I had a yard, I would probably still want this. But yeah, regardless, I bought something to clean the nappies with. You don't have to buy this brand. I am only mentioning it because if you're using cloth diapers, you do want to buy something that is cloth diaper safe. So for the same reasoning, if you plan on using a diaper, what is it called? Diaper cream, diaper rash cream. This is just called Bottom Balm. Diaper rash cream? Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. The stuff you put on your baby's butt before it goes into a diaper. Same thing. Most of them are not going to be cloth diaper safe. They will build up in the cloth diaper and ruin the absorbency. So make sure you research whichever brand you're getting and make sure it's cloth diaper safe. So the one that I have is by Earth Mama Angel Baby. That's it right there. And I really like this brand. I'm a big fan of this brand. I have products for this brand for my own self, like my nipple cream that I bought, and I bought a perennium spray for after you have baby because it gets sore down there. And I also bought their little tub. It's the same tub like this for if you get like hemorrhoids or a tear after you have baby. It's meant to be really soothing and calming as well. I bought their little sitz pads. Sitz pads are like you wet them and then you just put them like straight on, like if you get any tears or anything or just general soreness. Yeah, I really like this brand. I've got loads of their products. I will not be putting this on baby's butt every time I do a diaper change. I don't think baby will need that, but I do have it like in the, two reasons. In the event that they do get a diaper rash, I will use this. And B, for hospital bag, if baby goes into these, I definitely do want to put a barrier on. I would just feel better if baby had some kind of barrier between them and the diaper in that instance. But for cloth diapering, I don't plan to actually use this all the time. It's more just kind of like, for me, like backup. I don't expect baby to get like many diaper rash issues because I don't plan to keep baby in like a soiled diaper for long periods of time. But you know, you never know what's going to happen. So I have it. I think it's good to have. And then I think I'm on to the last thing. I'm going to talk about wipes. So with the cloth diapering, I'm also doing cloth wipes. So I bought this brand called Cheeky Wipes. That's actually not very easy to see. I think I have a little paper. Ooh, this is the brand. Cheeky Wipes. And basically they're just little terry cloth butt wipes. And this is the size of, if you have like a normal washcloth, like a face cloth, and you folded it into 4, this is the size of 1/4 of a normal washcloth. So it's smaller than a normal washcloth. But like all the reviews and everything on this is that you just need 1 to clean baby's butt completely. And that includes like if it does a poop. The rare person will say that they have to use 2 on the occasion that their baby has a really explosive, heavy poo. But yeah, these get great reviews. Obviously, it's just a piece of terry cloth. If you wanted to just buy washcloths, cut them up yourself and use them, you could do that and probably save yourself lots of money. Personally, I guess I just like giving my money away. I like supporting brands like this and companies like this that make products that I believe in. And actually, this happened to be the brand, the same company that I use my, I mentioned earlier that I use reusable pads for my cycle. And this was the brand that I happened to buy my pads from. And I liked them and I thought they were good quality. So it was easy for me to, I knew that they made baby wipes, so it was easy for me to decide to go with them. And I bought this kit where basically it came with a tub for the clean wipes. It comes with a tub for dirty wipes. And then they also have like these oils that you put. So basically in each tub you have a solution of water with a few drops of these oils. So I've got, for the clean wipes, I've got a lavender and chamomile oil blend. And then for dirty wipes, I have a tea tree and lemon oil blend. I don't really think that the oil blend is super necessary for the clean wipes. But for dirty wipes, I definitely feel better knowing that there's something keeping it from going like really manky and nasty. That being said, like we use distilled water in this house, so like, you know, I wouldn't expect these to go off very quickly in a distilled water solution, whereas if you're just using regular tap water, it might get kind of manky pretty quickly. Yeah, but that's nice because, you know, just it could create like a nice smell or be more soothing on baby's bum. We'll find out. But I may just like, you know, when this gets used up, I may or may not repurchase it. I don't know. But when this gets used up, I probably will definitely repurchase it, the dirty wipes one. And then, so with the cloth wipes, just like for hospital bag, I did buy a package of wet wipes. And I will say quickly, with wet wipes, please, please, please look at the ingredients on the packaging, because I was shocked actually. I was like super shocked because yes, with wipes, you would expect them to have like all sorts of crazy ingredients, but the organic brands, like this company makes baby wipes. I would not let it touch my baby's butt in a million years. All these different organic brands, natural brands, I won't even go into the non-natural brands. You look at the ingredients list and it's like this long, bunch of ingredients that you couldn't even like try, like even attempting to try to like pronounce these words would be impossible. So yeah, just when it comes to like baby wipes, just flip the package around and look at the ingredients and just ask yourself, do I feel comfortable putting this on my baby? So the only brand I felt even somewhat comfortable buying, and even these I kind of was like, should I just bring cloth wipes to the hospital? And I was like, no, there's no way. I'm not going to. You know, and like some people, like a lot of hospital bags will act, in the UK, they'll tell you to bring cotton balls to clean the baby's butt, like with cotton balls and water, but like I don't want little bits of cotton balls like stuck to my baby's butt, because cotton balls, like, you know, the cotton comes out, like, unless you're using like the synthetic cotton balls, but I wouldn't want to use synthetic cotton balls on my baby's butt either. So I did get wipes. This was the only brand I felt comfortable getting. It's the water wipes, and these, they're the only brand I'm aware of on the market. If you know of another one, let me know. Not that I'm actually planning on buying any more, but these, it's just 99.9% water and then 0.1% grapefruit seed extract. And the grapefruit seed extract is what keeps it from going off. Yeah, so it's just water and then 0.1% grapefruit seed extract. So that I feel okay using on my baby's butt. That being said, I would still prefer to use the cloth wipes. This is just for hospital, with the exception of with the home birth. Like I said, maybe I will just use the cloth wipes full on, but in my head right now, what I kind of think I probably will do is, if home birth goes well, which is the ultimate goal, I will keep saying, I don't anticipate going to hospital. The only reason I like have all this stuff for hospital is just to be ready. So it's not like I'm, you know, as far as putting all of my eggs into one basket for a home birth, like, let's just say I've put all of my eggs minus one. So I am putting all of my energy and thoughts into having a successful home birth. I don't want to make it sound like I'm going to give in really easy and go to hospital. Like, I will not be somebody going to hospital just to get an epidural. And to me, like, yeah, a lot of people say that and they end up doing it anyway. But my thought process is that it's, you know, like for me, it's not just like oh, I can do with the pain. Like, it's more like those chemicals are not going into my body, period. They're certainly not going, like, I wouldn't want them going in my body regardless of baby. Putting baby into the picture, like, not putting them into my body with the baby either. The only instance I could see myself being like accepting of putting those chemicals into my body is if there was like an actual like life or death situation going on with baby that I needed to have a cesarean section. And obviously with a cesarean section, like, I would need chemicals to be pumped into my body, because I'm not going to have a cesarean section without, you know, anesthesia and pain relief, you know. So me and my tangents. This video is getting really long, but I warned you guys it was going to be long. I'm almost done though. So these are only for hospital bag use, with the exception of home birth. In the event of a home birth, from the baby's first wee, I definitely will just use my cloth wipes right from the start, even if I'm using disposable diapers. I'm not sure. Like, I might end up using disposable diapers from the beginning just because it'll make my life easier at a time when I don't know where my head will be. But like I said, like, I'm not sure if I'll go straight to the cloth or if I'll just use up this pack of diapers. I don't know. But yeah, I will use, even if I'm using the disposable diapers, I will use the cloth wipes because I just think they're better for baby's bum. With the exception of, if baby has one of those meconium poops, I think I would probably be tempted to just use the disposable wipes. I have no issue cleaning regular poos with the disposable, the reusable wipes. It's just the same as cleaning a cloth diaper. Like, if I'm okay cleaning a cloth diaper, I'm okay cleaning a poopy wipe. That has no big deal. But my understanding of meconium poops is that they're quite thick and sticky and tar-like. So I might be tempted to use these in that instance, and then whatever's left over, like, I'll just use them to, like, you know, like, clean the table, like, wipe down the tables, like, counters. You know, if my hands are dirty, I'll, like, use them to, like, clean my hands really quickly. I don't know, like, I don't plan on using these on my baby's butt, and if I don't ever open them at all, it'll be just like the diapers. I'll just donate them. No big deal. It was just a couple pounds. And that's everything. I have a couple of things that I'll show you really quickly with the camera. Actually, let me flip this around. Woo. Oh, I can't flip it around. I have to turn this off. I'll turn this off. I'll say goodbye now. Bye. And then I'll turn this off so I can just throw in a couple clips at the end. Okay, so I am babysitting my niece's guinea pig right now this week. So this guinea pig is not normally here, but I just wanted to show you underneath the guinea pig, that strawberry print thing. That is basically like a plastic tarp slash picnicky blanket thing, except it's completely plastic on both sides. And that is folded in half, and then it's also got a little bit extra. So it's double the size and a little bit more. Basically, it would cover our entire rug and then a little bit of the edges. So that plastic is to put down when baby gets a little bit older and is, you know, more active, like crawling around a bit more, then I can put baby on that to play while it is, you know, having maybe some diaper free time or something. So if it wheezes or anything like that, it's just on a piece of plastic. So that's an important thing to have around your house if you want to do elimination communication, in my opinion. Like plastic sheeting that you can put down to keep your carpets, you know, safe. So that's one thing. Ooh, sorry. And then the other thing that I have is, sorry, you're staring into my toilet. How fun. But right next to the toilet there, I've got this bidet or diaper sprayer. And this would normally be mounted onto a wall, but I'm really like untrusting and I wouldn't want it to like leak or anything onto the wall. So basically this, you know, it sprays water out and you can use that to, that basically can be used to, you know, spray the poop off of a diaper before you put it into the diaper bag. Not diaper bag, before you put it into the laundry so it doesn't like stink up as much before it goes into the washing machine. So that's everything. Have a good day, guys. Bye.